learning experience, but I told a story once before of how I learned how to swim, and it's kind of the same way how I learned how to wrestle. I was, in Pensacola, Florida, there's a downtown YMCA. If you're into wrestling and you know the history of it, back in the territory days, my dad, he wrestled back then, so he was big into the like now everybody goes to Golds and stuff like that. Back in the day, everybody went to the YMCA, so real old people stuff. But there's a big pool there, and I would just scale the wall because I didn't know how to swim. And I was about 4, maybe 5 years old, and my dad just grabbed me by my hair. And if you've ever seen my dad, he's a big, savage-looking dude. And he just chunks me out to the deep end, and I go all the way down. And God bless her, my sister's she's 3 years older than me. She's just watching, just bawling, crying, thinking, her brother's gone because of her dad. And then, I go to the very bottom, which was a deep pool, and I just started just scratching and clawing and swimming and swimming and swimming. And then finally, I got to the top, took the biggest gasp of, fresh air, and that's how I learned how to swim. So it was kind of the same with my wrestling career. And if there's anything you've noticed about me, I try to get better every single week.
It's not 1980, you know what I mean? And we don't throw it, or 1975 or 1965 for that matter. We have Twitter and brothers filming. Hey, that's gonna be on Twitter soon. Hey, Twitter people, and Facebook, and it's just a different world. So I'm actually pretty close to my character. I hate to let you know I'm maybe not as exciting as you hoped for, but.
My last question here. Obviously, you're going to be preoccupied with Bray Wyatt over the next several weeks. Brock Lesnar. All right, rumor has it he may appear tonight in Cleveland. Obviously, he's coming back at some point. I'm curious, you guys had this epic showdown at WrestleMania. Seems like there's unfinished business there. Do you see yourself on a collision course at some point with Brock again? Are you looking forward to maybe getting another shot at him?
I would love to. I mean, the man in me, the competitor in me, I'd fight him right here. We clear out these cameras and stuff. I'd fight him right here in front of nobody.
I'd have to move first.
Yeah, you would have to get the hell up out of here. Take these women with you because it gets dangerous. That's the thing, is that as a man and a competitor and someone who wants to be the best, I would fight him just for the mere challenge of it, and especially to get back what we left. We left it kind of, there's no closure there. A businessman, the performer, I would think hopefully down the road, the right situation will happen, but after hearing Paul Heyman talking to Stone Cold and all that, I think it's better if he just remains a farmer.
So I want to ask you, let's go back in time just a little bit. It's Monday, March 30th, day after WrestleMania 31. What does it feel like the day after you go through a match like you went through with Brock Lesnar?
I can't breathe. Oh, I can't use the bathroom right. I'm not even hungry. No, I mean, it felt great. I was sore. From the very get-go, I think I punched Brock right in the mouth, and then he scooped me up and put his shoulder right in my rib cage, and from there, I have a very flexible rib cage now. So thank you, Brock.
It breaks my heart a little bit when I walk into a restaurant, a night out with my friends, whatever, and I see kids on their iPads at the table.
Oh yeah, well, as a parent of 5, we're guilty of that. So
I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it too.
You get to a point where you want them to just shut up.
Oh, shut up! Occupy yourself.
Okay. Parent yourself. Be quiet already. Oh yeah,
Really?
they fight. But the babies, actually, the 2-year-olds fight more. They pulling out chunks of hair.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
we'll go in and get them out in the morning, and there's what is it? A little tumbleweed of hair. I'm like, oh shit! They were going.
What do you say? How do you control that? What do you say to them?
Oh, they're brothers.
I'm Mike Jones here today with WWE superstar Roman Reigns, who's going to be at the Verizon Center tonight, and then on Sunday we're looking forward to Money in the Bank, dude. You are huge, man. You don't look this big on TV. What do you eat, Volkswagens for breakfast? Jesus.
No, a good bit of chicken, and the whole race of chicken probably hates people like me. But yeah, it's usually backwards. It's usually the other way around. People think I look bigger on TV. So
no,
thank
man.
you. That was quite the compliment. The big thing after you wrestle and then you have to talk is all right, control my breathing. Because you're like,
Yeah, you don't want Renee sticking the mic in your face. You're like, oh God, I'm going to sound like an ogre here on the microphone. I got to sound like a pro.
Awake. Yeah, so that's the main thing. Is like, all right, focus. Calm my pulse. Calm the pulse.
Count to 4.
Where we at? All right.
Be good.
Woosah.
Use monuments, museums, or historical places to your advantage to finally win the selfie war against the road dog. You have to do something today.
It's so funny that we're talking about the selfie war. Road dog,
I think it's great,
road
dude.
dog, I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming for you, man. I don't know. If I had time to get out, maybe. I'm trying to wait for a big finish. I try not to include too many things in my selfies. I think the last one I did was with a weird Terminator statue. I was at a licensing expo in Vegas, which I probably should have tagged that in. Sorry, expo people.
You gave him a plug right here. You're good.
Yeah, but there's definitely a good opportunity. I don't know. I need to get creative. I told him, like, if you're gonna do this selfie war with me, you got to get creative.
You got to climb up to the top of the Capitol building and do it with that guy that's right there, the big statue.
The Abe Lincoln statue, and just sit in his lap somehow. I'll probably get arrested for doing that.
No, you'll be fine, dude. People climb on that all the time.
Climb up there and take a picture with his big head behind me.
Act drunk like everyone else is down there. You'll be good. Turn the jacket inside out. They don't need to see WWE Network. You'll be fine.
He's clearly the head and shoulders above everyone else.
So he's like the Clay Matthews of Like I'm trying to compare
That's
him
fair.
to someone in the NFL.
What's his silly finishing move? Does he have a silly?
Well, the Superman punch is what I like.
Yeah, I got the Superman punch, but there's nothing silly about the spear, brother.
What's the spear?
He spears you in the gut, and then you fall down and die. You die on the floor.
Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. I've been
seen in as far as yourself and some of your buddies, and what are the tools that we provide that you guys have utilized?
I've been a big fan of the rope. Bow.
You got it.
Take 2. Been a big fan of the Rogan